What's going on, guys? So, as you guys know, organization and organization is key to being productive and key to getting things done as an entrepreneur and as an online coach. So, I used to use Trello to get things done, but ever since I've transitioned to Notion, things have been a lot smoother. So, what I've done is I've gone ahead and created a Notion template that I want to share with you guys. You can feel free to use. It's completely free. If you want to throw me a couple bucks for it, feel free. I know for a fact that using this is going to help you increase productivity tremendously, and I'm pretty confident it's going to help you close a couple of sales. Not only a couple, it's going to revolutionize your business. This is for anybody who isn't at the level where they can invest 200, 500 to 1,000 a month for CRM. Notion is a very powerful tool. They have so many different things that they've woven in that makes this easy to use as a CRM, easy to use as a content creation tool, as a content planner, and just to house all the resources that you need to be successful as a coach. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen for y'all, just so you can get a better idea of how to use this. So first things first, this is what. Let me make this go away. First things first, this is what it looks like. I'm only sharing this online coach Notion template with y'all. When you guys first download this, this is what when you guys first download this, this is what you're going to see right here, right? You're going to see the page of, well, when you purchase it through Notion, through Gumroad. Once again, it's free. So when you first get this, this is what you're going to see right here. Rather than you using this completely, make sure you go to the top right here and click duplicate. When you duplicate it, it's going to add it to your own Notion homepage. Notion itself is free. It's completely free for now. I'm sure they're going to raise the price later on. So use this to your full advantage, right? So now let me run you through what actually is on this template and what you can do with it. So I have a couple of different sections for y'all. I have a section on content creation. I have a section on the different scripts you're going to use when reaching out to clients. I have a section for you to house your lead magnets. That way, when you're sending lead magnets out to clients, it makes it very easy to access very quickly. I have a section you can use as a CRM, and I have a section you can use as a daily SOP, and also as an entrepreneur, as a coach, you should, of course, be checking in with yourself every day through something called CEO time. I forget if it was a friend slash HCT member, I believe his name is Trilstein, or if it was Brandon Carter himself that brought this up. But there's something called CEO time where you're checking in with yourself every night. I highly recommend you guys make this a habit. If you're constantly checking in with yourself, it'll help you just improve and get 1% better every day. So let's start. I'm going to start with the lightest part of this whole template and then move on to the heaviest things, which is going to be the CRM and the content creation. So the lightest parts are, once again, before I even get into this, the strength of Notion is that, one, if you have a Mac, it's very easy to copy and paste from your computer to your phone. And then two, you can actually download the Notion app onto your phone and access all this stuff directly on your phone. So you don't have to do all the work from your computer. But even if you wanted to do it from your computer, it makes it extremely easy to do so. So let's start with my CEO time template. This is very simple. So it's just a way for you to keep track of yourself every day, right? I have two different templates built into here for you to check in. There's one, let's say today is October 3rd. 2023. Always name it like that. Just give it the name of the day. It allows you to go back and see how productive you are every day. So I have two specific templates in here. One is for a daily entry, which is just if you want to check it in the morning. But the most important one is for the nightly recap. Let's look at daily entry first. So daily entry, you click that. It opens up a slot for you to list your intentions for the day, list what's happening, list what you're grateful for, and then maybe even set some action items for the day. So I usually pick 3 to 5 big things that I want to accomplish for the day. Now, if let me go ahead and delete all this stuff. That way I can show you the other items that you can use. So that's number one. Number two, the nightly recap. Let's say you're doing a nightly recap. It's very simple. You click that, it automatically loads up. You guys will have access to this. I built all this into this template. So any $1 million ideas you might have had. I don't know about you guys, but I get a bunch of ideas through my head every day. If I don't jot them down somewhere, I'll forget. And sometimes those ideas can actually triple, if not quadruple, your business. So you want to make sure you write those down. That way you can go back and refer to them every single day. Number two, the three biggest wins and successes for the day. If you signed a client, write it down. If you created a new lead magnet that you believe is going to be successful, write it down. If you did something that you're super proud of, write it down. What could I have done better is the next. There's always ways to improve. Figure that out and jot it down. What do I desire to do tomorrow? I'm sure since there's always ways to improve, figure out what you can do to improve the next day, right? And then jot that down and make sure to get 1% better the following day. And then the most important thing is, I think as entrepreneurs, as coaches, we can be very critical of ourselves. So sometimes we forget to remind ourselves that this is part of the journey. This is supposed to be fun. So you should always be looking for something enjoyable about your day. If you're just going through your day, you're depressed, you're sad, you're anxious, you're going to start to hate your life and you're going to start to hate your job. So it's very important to find at least one thing a day that you're very thankful for. So this is just CEO time. This is something I believe Brandon Carter talks about a lot. If you don't already do this, I highly, highly recommend you start doing it. It's going to change the way you run your business. Every night, take 5 minutes, check in with yourself. In addition to this, I didn't include it in here because we all have different ways of tracking KPIs, but you can also include something that links you to your Google Sheet where you can track your KPIs every single day. You should be taking time consistently to do this every single day. It shouldn't take you more than 5 to 10 minutes. So that's the CEO time. Next thing I want to go into is your lead magnet, right? So I included one. This is one of mine. You guys can use it for inspiration in case you don't have good lead magnets. Feel free to download. So what I do is I paste all my lead magnets right here. I actually have I'll show y'all my lead magnets. I actually have about, I don't even know, like 7 to 8 different lead magnets. So what I do typically is I keep them all on Notion, and it allows me to be able to refer back to them anytime I need, very, very easily, right? So I can access them from my phone, and then I can actually copy the link and send it to my prospects. So this is the one that I have for you guys. I included an example right here just so you can see, but just to give you an example of my own Notion template and how that looks. Of course, I have a few more things, but I've been using Notion for a little bit. I don't think you guys need all the stuff that I have in here, so don't worry too much about that. But just to get an example, an idea of what my thing is like, I have a link to my pre-call assessment. I have a link to an eating out guide that I'm trying to complete. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different lead magnets that I use. So whenever I talk to a prospect and they've opted for my lead magnet, I would copy this and literally send it to them. And just to give you an idea of how these lead magnets look, for example, I use Standstore. If you're not familiar, feel free to shoot me a DM. I can walk you through, or just feel free to look up Standstore. So when I send this to them and they click on it, when I send this to them and they click on it, this is what they're going to see. It's going to take them to a landing page. Um, just like this, it's a very simple landing page, and it allows them to put in their uh, email. This looks better from your computer. It allows them to put in their email, their phone number, and then once they hit download or purchase, they're able to get the lead magnet. Now I do this because from doing this, it allows me to grow my email list, and then I'm actually able to send them emails and continue warming them up. If somebody opts for a lead magnet, that's a chance for you to talk to them and get them on the phone. But sometimes people can be weird. They'll download the lead magnet and then stop responding. But at least if they're in your email list, that's a chance to continue warming them up and continue sending them value and then re-engage them and get them on the phone, right? There's different stages of a lead. Some leads are very cold, some leads are very warm, some leads are very hot. You have to move them along the process until they're ready to buy. So that's just one way. So That's the section with the lead magnet. Very simple. I urge you guys to do the same thing that I did here. Just name your lead magnets and add them into this section. That way you can easily access them later on and then send them out to prospects. All right, next section. So we've covered CEO time so far, and we've covered the lead magnets. The next place that I want to cover is going to be the daily SOPs. You should have daily standard operating procedures. You should have a list of things that you do every day to make sure your business is moving forward, right? I've given you guys some examples here. Feel free to fill this up with your own SOPs, right? For example, one that everybody should be doing if you're a coach, message your clients every day. So every day you open this up, okay, boom, I message my clients. Post to social media, boom, I post it to social media. So you can even make this more specific. Post to Facebook, and then add post to Facebook groups, and then post to Instagram. So if that's something you need to do every day, at least now you have this in there. You know every day when you open this up what needs to be done, and you can track your progress along the way as you go through the day. And then once the day is over and you've done everything, you check them off, restart the next day. It's very simple. I have my own SOPs. You should have your own SOPs. You know how your business runs, so write all that stuff down. Just having it written down and knowing what needs to be done makes it very simple for you, right? Stay with me. I promise it gets better. I'm saving the last two for the end because the last two are probably the most important parts. So we've covered 3 so far. Next up is going to be the script. So once again, you should have different scripts. This is not scripts for phone calls or conversations. This is scripts for DM, for outreach, cold outreach, warm outreach, new followers, likes and comments, all that stuff. I personally like having this on here because there's different ways to engage leads, regardless if they're cold or regardless if they're hot, right? So I like having all these different things. Once again, I'm going to show you guys mine. I can't share all the scripts I have because some of them come from different mentors. So it would be a disservice to their programs to give this out to y'all, right? But I included a couple of basic scripts in here that you can use, right? So for example, if we go back to my specific page, you click on my scripts, I have a list of all my scripts in there that I use, right? Scripts for new members to my Facebook group, new members in general, new followers, LinkedIn script, recurring people script. So include all your scripts in there. That way, when you're reaching out to a new person, you can easily click on their page. Hey, XYZ, just wanted to reach out and say thank you. This is going to be a powerful script. This is something I'm giving y'all this out for free. This is something that I use for anybody that follows me. Any new follower that follows me, I send them a message. Hey, XYZ, just wanted to reach out and say thank you for the follow and supporting my page. Really goes a long way. I'd love to send you one of my ebooks, trainings, and resources as a thank you for the support, just so I know what to send. What are you more interested in learning about? Workouts or nutrition? I've learned to delete the whole mindset thing because you don't want them to say mindset. You want them to be specific with workouts or nutrition because that way you can actually move the conversation along. Alternatively, you can start it with this, and then the script is very basic. You can literally copy and paste as you go along. You copy it, you paste it to Instagram, you copy, you paste to Facebook, and you continue. It's very simple. Having this here simplifies your whole life. Now you don't have to go searching in your folders and searching here and searching there. It's all in Notion. If you're reaching out to new followers, you have a script. If you're reaching out to people that commented on your post or liked your post, you have a script. If you're reaching out to just random cold people on Facebook, you have a script. So I advise you to find all the scripts that you use and put them in here. So what you can do to add this, basically, you hit the plus sign, you create a new page, right? When you create a new page, it's going to open up a new page. Let's say you're making a lead magnet script, boom. And then from here, you just copy and paste your lead magnet script, right? So when you go back here, you'll see that I just added a page for the lead magnet script right there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete this because there's nothing in there. I don't want you guys to have that. So there you go. Almost done. Bear with me. Bear with me. The last two things, the most important things, I don't even know which one to go for. These are probably the two most powerful things on this whole system, the content creation and the CRM system. let's start with the CRM system because I believe this is the most powerful. So you need to have a way to keep track of your followers, of your leads. You need to have a way to keep track of who is warm. You got to have a way of keeping track of who is cold, who is hot. That way, you're consistently moving people into your pipeline and consistently able to book calls every single day, right? So, what I've organized in the CRM system, I have the CRM, I have a list of names for you to follow up with. I have some testimonials to send, and then I have some bonus content to send. Now, once again, these are just I made the page, but I want you to add your own stuff in there. I haven't added my stuff in there because you're not me, right? I don't need to give you my clients and my stuff to send. You need to add your own stuff in here. So first name, last. For example, I have a bunch of YouTube testimonials that I use. Let me see if I can show you guys this very quickly. I don't know what this is. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, I'm not going to show you guys this, but essentially I have some testimonials on YouTube. They're longer form. They're 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. After my 10 minutes, I send the prospects those testimonials to look at. So it's just very simple things that you can send your prospects it's just more proof, more social proof to let them know that you're not just a random person on the internet sending them stuff. So what I would do is I would literally just add a link to the thing here. So when it's time to send, I copy the link, send it to them. Very simple, right? So that's part one of the CRM system. Part two is the memes for follow-up. Sometimes this is going to come in handy when I actually show you the CRM. So sometimes prospects they don't respond for one reason or another. They're busy. They didn't see your message. They saw it, but they were doing something. So I included these pictures. You can download them directly on your phone, or you can download them on your computer. You can literally just click the download button, download to your computer. I included a couple of examples that I found work pretty well for my prospects. You can feel free to add more in here. Like for example, if somebody doesn't respond, I'll wait a day or two and I'll send them this. They typically laugh at that. It gets them going. They're happy. Or I'll send them something like this. Or I'll then send something like this. So it's just a way to just re-engage them once they stop responding. Now, the actual prospecting CRM. This is very powerful because it allows you to keep track of who is in your pipeline from just random lead that you're reaching out to booking a call. I've included a whole list of prospects in here. Now, the reason this is, trust me, there are some CRMs that are 250 a month to 500 a month, even 1,000 a month that do very similar things. But once again, if you're not at that level to be paying that much money, you can, of course, just use Notion, which is what I've been doing for the past few months. So keep in mind, you shouldn't add every single person you message into this. What I do is I have I have a Google Sheet that I keep. Actually, I don't even use Google Sheet. I have I write down whoever I'm reaching out to in my iPad, in my daily sheets. I write it down. And then once I see that they've responded, then I add them in here. So let's say that I added myself in here. Once again, this is amazing because when you add new people, you can copy the link to their profile, their Instagram profile, LinkedIn profile, Facebook profile, and you can copy that into the company form. So then when you do this and you open Notion on your computer or on your phone, when you click the link from your phone, it'll take you directly to their page. So no longer do you have to search for who you message and all that stuff. It keeps your prospects all in one place. And now having them all in one place allows you to move them down the pipeline very easily. So let's say you added me in to the pipeline, you send me a message. If I didn't respond, you send me there. If we're having an active conversation, you move me into active conversation. It just allows you to keep track, especially when you're sending out 40 to 50 to 100 messages a day. It allows you to keep track of who's responding, who's active, who is, you'll pretty much see. So let's say we're having an active conversation and all of a sudden you go cold. I've included a way for you to re-engage them right here. So you should have 3 follow-ups. Don't give up on a prospect just because they didn't respond. follow up with them over a period of a day, of a week, right? So if I message you today, you don't respond, tomorrow I'm going to follow up with you. When I follow up with you, I might send you a meme, right? I just showed you guys a couple of the memes that I use. I'll send you that meme, see if you respond. Typically, people respond after that meme. They laugh at it and then they continue the conversation. If I don't respond, then what you would do next is move you to follow up day 2. So 3 days later, send another follow up. I would say something like, "Hey, Frank, here's a lead magnet. Based on our last conversation, I thought you might find this useful." Then I send a lead magnet based off the last conversation we had. Great way to re-engage. Keep in mind, even if they still don't respond and they download your lead magnet, that's powerful because at least now they're added to your email list, right? Once again, not everybody is hot and ready to buy all the time. So you don't need to close every single person you DM right away every single time. Sometimes you might need to warm them up a little bit more, send them to your Facebook group, add them to your email list, and just re-engage. So regardless if they download or not, some people might download and not respond. Some people might watch, not respond. Some people might not even open and not respond. That's cool. You're going to reach out to them one more time. You move this along, you reach out. The third reach out, the third follow-up is going to be 7 days later. And this is more personable. I will take my phone out. I'll go on Instagram. I will open up the camera and I will record a video of myself and I'll talk to them. "Hey, Frank, looking forward to hearing back from you. I hope everything's going well. Are you still interested in having this conversation about weight loss and losing your gut, blah, 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 blah." And I'll send that. Typically, if these first 2 haven't worked, they will respond to these next 2. You have to this last one because it's very personable. You said their name, you were specific with what you're talking about. The reason this is so powerful is because a lot of people get they get a bunch of DMs from people every single day. So some people are skeptical. They believe you're a bot, so they don't really want to engage as much, right? So those are just for the follow-ups. Alternatively, you could move directly from active convo all the way down to convo flowing. So I do this when we're having a conversation back and forth. You should be talking to your prospects every day. One of the biggest mistakes I've made is by not responding for a day, 2 days, 5 days, 7 days. They lose that feeling of, they get disengaged if you wait too long. So I think Brennan always says money loves speed. So talk to them every day. Try to book them on a call the first day you talk if possible, and if not, in the first week, right? So when the conversation's flowing and we're having a good conversation, I move them here just to keep track of who I'm speaking to, right? Once I send them a call invite, I'll move them here. Once they book the call, or I book the call for them, I'll move them here. 10-minute call book. Once we have a 10-minute call, if I see that they are good prospects and there's a possibility of me closing them, I'll invite them to a 60-minute call. Then I'll move them here. Once I invite them to a 60-minute call, if I close them, I move to closed. If I lost them, I move to disqualified, lost. Or if they just stop responding completely, I move them here. That way, at a later date, when my leads slow down a little bit, I have a list of people that I can go back to and just follow up with. And then, of course, every month or so, you can go out and clear this list just so it doesn't get too full, right? So just to give you guys an idea of how this looks, if you're doing this efficiently, you should always have leads in this pipeline. So this is what it looks like for me. I updated mine yesterday, added some leads in. Some people haven't responded yet, so I sent them some follow-ups. These are the active conversations that I'm having right here, right? So I know all the people so first thing today, I'm going to reach out to all these people. These are the follow-ups. I followed up to this person. Second follow-ups, they haven't responded yet, so I followed up again. I believe she finally responded, right? She finally responded. She finally responded. So I'm going to continue the conversation. Anybody who hasn't responded, I'm going to move them to follow-up day 3. From here, I'm going to move people who responded from this follow-up onto the convo flowing. I'm going to move some people from this active conversation who have responded onto the convo flowing. I've sent some call invites. Some have accepted, some haven't yet. Didn't book any. Actually, I did book a 10-minute yesterday. Where is he at? Let's see. I did book a 10-minute yesterday. So I'm going to move him from here to there. And then I have a 60-minute call booked for today, so I'll move him here. I clear out my closed list every week or so just because it gets hectic. So I clear this out and I move it into a different CRM that I have. And then I have follow up at a later date. These are for people who, for one reason or another, were unable to join. So I told myself, reach out to them again in the future. These are for disqualified leads that, for one reason or another, are not either not serious or they live in a third world country where, let me not use that word, or they live in a developing country where, for example, I spoke to this lady who was from Nigeria. Actually, no, it was her. She's from Nigeria. She makes $200 a month. So obviously she's not going to be able to pay the money I'm asking, which is 2,000 for 3 months. So she's a disqualified lead. Then I have people here who went through the pipeline. They went through the 10 with me, they went through the 6, and for one reason or another, I wasn't able to book them. Typically, for price, I got to keep working on my sales skills. So I add them in here so that I can re-engage them and reach out to them at a later date and see where they're at. And then here are the people who, for one reason or another, they just stopped responding completely, right? So I add them in here so that at a later date down the line, I can reach out to them again and see if I can book them on a call, right? Very simple. I promise you, if you utilize this the right way, then you should be adding at least 10 new leads here every day and then moving people through your pipeline. It makes it easy to keep track of all your leads at once, right? Now, let's go back. Almost done. We went through this, we went through the memes, we went through the testimonials, bonus content. Very last thing, the most powerful one, well, the second most powerful one is the content creation. Now, there's a lot of different things in this. I've included templates to save ideas, hashtags, sounds. You can directly copy the link to videos and put it here. I advise planning and scheduling content ahead of time, scripting, writing the captions, having the hashtag, cover all your bases ahead of time. Because if you don't, it takes up a lot of time the day of to do this, right? So number one, I have a list of content ideas and I've organized it for you so you don't have to do the work. So I've organized in terms of, so when you're scrolling social media, you should be purposeful when you're scrolling social media, right? So when you scroll social media and you find content ideas that you like, copying content is not bad. You should learn how to steal ethically, right? Steal ethically. So don't copy somebody's captions word for word. Don't copy somebody's video word for word. But if you see a video that you saw did well and you believe you can recreate it in your own style and it will do better, save that video and then do so. Because if it's already doing well, that's a formula. My most viral post ever was it had maybe over 5 million views, over almost 200 likes, 200,000 likes, over 500,000 saves and shares, went viral. It was a video that I saw somebody do and I knew that I could do it better. So I recreated it and it went viral. So, and every time that I repost it, it goes viral again. So when you find videos you like, character/personal videos, authority/credibility, or even if you don't find videos you like, you just have ideas of different content to create, save them in here, right? Save them all in here. Workouts, save them here. Trendy videos, videos with actions and CTAs, affinity lifestyle videos. Basically, let me just open a random one. You click on it, and it has a list of the different things. So, for example, importance of awareness and health and fitness. That's just a random thing that I put in there. You find that, you can paste the link directly. So if you found it on TikTok, you can paste the link right in here. That's something I was typing up. You can paste the link right in there. If you find it on Instagram, paste the link. If you find it on Facebook, paste the link. And then you click one of the templates, it opens something up. So you have ideas for a caption and then ideas of how you can make it better. You can just jot some stuff there. You got some stuff there. That way, when it's time to create the content, you can just come back. All that stuff is right there, and you already have an idea of the direction you're taking it, right? Let's go back to content ideas. So that's all. You shouldn't just be posting information and content all the time. That's boring. You got to vary your content. Have some transformations, have some authority/credibility, have some affinity, lifestyle, have some character and personal, have some skits, motivation, random ideas, trendy. Vary your content a little bit and try to find what works best. But the whole thing is organization. Organize your ideas and make it very simple for you to be able to build off those ideas. Next one, um, hashtags. It's just a place for you to save your hashtags. These are just some of my general hashtags I use: motivation, mindset, hit, dumbbell workout, fat loss tips. Just save your hashtags here. That way, when it's time to use your hashtag, you can just come in here, copy, paste on your phone, boom, done, right? Very simple, very straight to the point. And then last one is sounds. If you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, and you find sounds you like, I have two different slots for you. I have Instagram, I have TikTok. You find sounds you like and that you know you want to use, save them, and then come back to them at a later date and use them, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but when you're saving the sounds on TikTok and Instagram, eventually it adds up very quickly and you lose your favorite sound. So if you have a sound that you know you want to use over and over again, save them. And then I've also included some, I made this very comprehensive. I hope you guys are very appreciative. I made it so that you can actually have tags that let you know what the sound is going to be for. So if you're going to use it for a workout, click fitness, right? You can choose whichever tag you're going to use it for. If you're going to use it for fitness, click that. If you're going to use it for a second video, click that. If you're going to use it for a cooking video, click cooking. If you're going to use it as a background sound on you talking like I'm talking right now, click that. If you're going to use it for a trendy video, click that. That way it lets you know, okay, sound number one, I'm going to use it. You can even name the sounds too. Name it the title. I'm going to use this for this, and you can actually add a little caption. Sound number one, used for pancake recipe, right? Makes it easy to understand what's going on, right? Cooking, boom. Now, once again, you can add the link right there. If you want, you can actually add the link here too. And you can also go ahead and add ideas for the sound right there. Simplifies the whole planning process. Now, the part you guys have all been waiting for, this is going to change your mind. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to make creating content very simple for you. I promise you. Let's go to this. Total content creation. So what the total content creation is, this is something that I've made for y'all that you will enjoy. It is a calendar, right? It's a calendar that allows you to plan. So let's say I'm starting today and I want to plan content for the whole month of October. You literally see a whole calendar right there. Now, the benefit of this is click the plus sign to add an item. You title it IG personal my diabetic computer's running slow because I have a lot of things open. My diabetic cat. Let's say I want to post a picture about my pre-diabetic cat. Let's say I want to post something personal, a personal story to connect with my audience about my pre-diabetic cat. You click that, you make the title, right? And then you click content. This is a template that I built for y'all that's going to help you. Click content, it's going to auto-populate for y'all. When you click content, it auto-populates. It's going to open up this slot that allows you to brainstorm what this is going to be about. Pre-diabetic cat. What you need to do, write caption, record video, edit video, post. And then from there, you can literally just check it off as you go, as you do what needs to be done for each post. Inspired by, if it's a post that you saw from somewhere else, as I showed y'all earlier, you can have the link, you can paste the link right here. That way, whenever you need to refer back to that post, you can easily click that and it takes you directly to it. If it's a post you're speaking and you have a spoken hook, write out your spoken hook. If it's a post with text on the screen, write out what the text on the screen is going to be. That way, you can just copy. That way, you can just copy it and paste it when you're editing the video on Instagram, as opposed to having to type it all out again. It saves you time. If it's a post you're talking during, right? Write out your script. Having your script for your videos it makes your life so much simpler because now you're not just sitting there trying to freestyle off the top of your head. You can have your iPad with you, you can have your phone with you. You look, you read your script, put it down. Hey, this is a story about my pre-diabetic cat. Blah 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 blah. Very simple. So have that ready. Have your script. Exactly, it simplifies the whole process. If you saw Danny's video about what he's doing, it's going to help you out. If you have a call to action, write out what the call to action is going to be. Follow me for more X, Y, Z. Like, share, and save. Do you agree? Comment below. Very simple, right? Add your call to actions. And then you don't even have to add the hashtags because you already have a slot in the other section for hashtags. So whenever you're ready, you can just go there and copy and paste your hashtag. And then, of course, you want to make sure you have your captions ready ahead of time. That way you're not writing your captions the day of because copywriting takes a time. If you write your captions ahead of time, it saves you so much time, right? So you have everything there. This literally allows you to simplify and plan your content that much easier. And once you have it, boom. Now, something that I've started doing recently to make it very simple to keep track, because I have, for example, on a regular day, I might have one for YouTube Shorts. I might have one for Facebook on the same day. So I might have multiple content on the same day, just like this. So what I've decided to do is you click here and you find something, you find an icon that lets you know when you're done. So for me, I use checks. Whenever I posted a content, I have the check mark that lets me know this has been posted. Done, right? That's pretty simple. Like I said, you could literally plan your content out for the whole month doing this. You know exactly what you're gonna post on today, on tomorrow, next day. You literally plan everything. Boom, boom. Brandon has talked to us about how to plan content. So the first thing is, write the headline. Then you can come back and write the copy and write the scripts and all that stuff. So this whole CRM is meant to simplify your life. It's meant to literally make creating content easy. You have a place for content creation. You have a place for your outreach scripts. You have a place for your lead magnets. You have a place for your CRM, your daily SOPs, and of course, CEO time. I hope you guys found this useful. Once again, I'm very confident that once you start implementing the system, it's going to help you double, if not triple, your productivity and your income as an online coach. If you haven't already, feel free to go ahead and follow me on Instagram just to thank me for this. Give me a message. I'd love to connect with y'all. And if you got it for free, that's completely fine. If you see the value and you want to go back and re-download and send me something, I would love that too because I did put a lot of work into this. But I truly hope you guys use this and use it to your advantage. I don't want to take up the time to teach you how to use Notion because there's YouTube videos for that. Go on YouTube, search up how to use Notion. And then, of course, the more you play with it, the easier it's going to get to just understand how to go about this whole process. So I hope you guys enjoy this. My Instagram is Frank Giogo. That's Jiogo. Feel free to add me, shoot me a message. I hope to connect soon. Take care.